I think I'm gonna have to just send it, go really hard, really fast.
Normally, Jeff and I are best buds, but today we're mortal and sworn enemies.
It's too hot. Can't breathe.
Okay.
Taking me out.
Let's get you out of here.
What's up, vlog? This is Jeff Wu. We're back with another one. We are here at Muscle Beach in Venice, Los Angeles. I'm an LA boy growing up here, so it's always a blast coming back, hanging out, catching up with old friends. But as of recent, a lot of business in Los Angeles. We're gonna hang out with the HVMN team today. Of course, our product is Ketone-IQ. It's blasting off, and I want to show you behind the scenes of what it's like to build a consumer brand in 2024. So this should be a fun one. We'll take you through it.
Jeff is like the plug.
This guy's a genius. Gotta like actually eat L's along the way.
If I can be helpful, let me know.
Business, business, business.
Jeffrey's mic'd up.
My college buddy Michael Brandt and I started HVMN Ketone-IQ back in 2014. We were both computer science majors at Stanford. We wanted to be entrepreneurial. We wanted to do startups. We liked this emerging space of longevity, anti-aging, biohacking, human performance. We actually rented a summer house in Venice to start our initial master plan of building out HVMN together. All the suppliers, all the vendors, all the supply chain, all the warehouses. A lot of that actually started from that Venice Beach house. And we would always hit Muscle Beach and do some workouts. I remember yanking out muscle ups. So we will do a little stunty friendly competition between me and Michael Brandt. He's gonna bring in some Ketone-IQ suits. You can buy Facebook ads, you can buy TV ads, and that's a set amount of media spend. But the best thing you can do as a consumer operator, or even a content creator like myself, is do the dumbest, most humiliating things to grab attention. So I'm gonna humiliate myself today, dressing up in a Ketone-IQ suit, racing Michael Brandt around his beautiful beach, and hand out some product. A younger version of myself would have felt so much more embarrassed about it. As I've grown older and just withstood pain, withstood resilience of business ups and business downs, I have very little ego left in terms of my own personal pride. I'm here to drive business metrics. Top of funnel for any consumer brand is top of funnel clicks and views. And because I'm focused on the outcome of driving ultimate bottom line, I will do anything to drive top of funnel clicks. So for folks who are gonna be judging me, I don't care. You can laugh at me, but I will laugh at the end of the day when I'm a billionaire and you're not. So let's see, let's compete. I'll be competing today with Mike, but ultimately I'm competing with every other entrepreneur and consumer builder or venture capitalist trying to create a multi-billion-dollar brand today. No longer is it good enough to have the typical e-com, Facebook ads, all of that normal e-com arbitrage. Arbitrage opportunities disappear over time, so you always have to be pushing new techniques, new strategies in terms of growing faster than everybody else in the business.
Sell up.
How we doing?
Good to see you.
Ready.
Normally, Jeff and I are best buds, but today we're mortal sworn enemies.
Well, let's go.
You gotta finish all 50 pull-ups first before you go to the push-ups, before you go to squats, before you go
That
to
makes it way harder, guys. It's way harder.
50 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, and then 150
And you'll have a counter.
You have a
Charlie's
counter?
your counter.
This is just like, it's gonna be painful. You know it is. Are you confident on this? I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
very confident today.
Well, not yet.
Not yet,
Yeah,
but
drink
the
some
juice on. This is liquid confidence. Too many Hollywood parties, man. Too many
merch- new
Oscar
merch
parties
feeling
for me. I
good?
haven't been working out.
Yeah.
This guy's leading like
Cool.
marathon training for the conferences that are going on in the city this week. So but I can eat pain for 15 minutes. So I think we do it right. It'll be it'll be sub 15 minutes.
Yeah, what's like a proper Murph time?
Well,
Like
Murphs,
40.
usually you can rotate.
Yeah.
So doing it sequential is much, much harder.
Okay. 50 pull-ups is gnarly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta pace.
Like,
I'm gonna do sets of 4.5.
yeah.
I feel like I should tap him in for my run section, man.
Dude, if I
Tag team.
Dude, if I could run, I'd be ripping right now.
All right, so we gotta do fresh batteries, because you know
Yeah,
what?
I know you've been rocking this suit. You're gonna have home court advantage being a clown.
So it's inflatable, it's battery powered, it's got a motor inside of it. So this is not your grandma's just like
This is-
droopy dress up costume. This is an inflatable, extra puffy, extra fluffy.
So this is a Ferrari. This is not the Camry.
Exactly. And so we want to put in some fresh batteries so that we are nice and perky and not saggy in our suits.
We like the perk.
We like the perk.
No sag. I was gonna say it's gonna be a sub 15 effort, but let's see how much difficulty this thing adds. Maybe we bring it, yeah, this is like a sweatsuit, right? Like when you're cutting weight, you just put this on, do a Murph. You get some of our MMA boxing friends on this. This is a head hole here.
Head hole over here. Here.
How does it work?
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Head hole. So put your head all the way through there, and then when you plug it in, it starts whirring. You see that? You plug in.
Yeah.
Boom, and then the fan. You see that? The fan's on, so it's blowing air in.
Oh, you gotta put your legs through this.
And now, yeah, put your legs there, and then.
I think if we can not fall, this will be an accomplishment. All right, so I'll definitely train some Murphs. Doing continuous pull-up, push-up, squat is much more difficult than rotating, like sets of 5, 10, 15. Michael's much faster runner than me, so I think I'm gonna have to just send it, go really hard, really fast, get as much advantage as possible. I think this is too short of an event to pace too much here.
My strat, I think I'm faster than Jeff on the run, so I think if I can hold pace with him on the pull-ups, the push-ups, and the squats, then I can cook him on the run. He does a lot of Murphs, a lot more than I do, so it's gonna be a challenge for me to keep up with him on the pull-ups, push-ups, and squats.
Let the best man win, let's go.
I don't want to like choke you out.
Yeah, I can't
Can you like pop it over? Is it like, does your head like pop in? Is there a popping happening?
Yes! Yes!
All right.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Brandt, Michael Brandt, because he's been in the suit a little more than Jeff, so he's got the feel for it.
Jeff's gonna take the lead until the run, and then Mike's gonna smoke him.
What do you think?
Brandt's gone wire to wire.
I'm actually gonna pick Mike. I think Jeff's gonna probably win on pull-ups.
I think I just heard everyone predict Michael, so I'm the underdog. Underdog's gonna win. Let's go.
Let's go.
Go, go! 1, 2,
What's Jeff at?
30.
30, 30.
Oh, is this even right now? Let's go, Jeff.
28. Count it. Okay. 39.
Yeah, push-ups.
5. Let's go, Jeff.
28. Go. 50.
30. 31. 44.
That's 70.
34, Jeff. 34.
Dude, good job, man. Good job. 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Come on, Jeff, you're manhandling him.
30 more to go.
5 really good ones. 5 really good ones.
Too high.
30 now.
It's a 90. It's a 90.
Good job!
Can't fucking breathe.
Yeah, I think it's rolling.
40. All right, let's tear Jeff down for the last 10. Last 10!
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 5, and 1. Bang.
Good luck, that's very good luck. All right, wow, all right. Woo!
Almost at the halfway mark. How's morale?
Okay.
Hey, get me out.
Yeah, let's get you out of here.
Here we go. I'm getting all up in here.
Halfway mark. Yes.
Jeff, I'll see you at the finish line.
Okay. Whew.
Hang in
First
there,
leg
buddy.
out. Second. All right, Jeff. Almost out, man.
I'm gonna finish. Play through the whistle and stay in school.
Good fucking work, man. I was definitely heat stroking. I was like, all right, like I'm gonna fucking pass out. I was trying to like not puke.
Rule 0, don't die. Winner. Lots of winner.
I almost died. I almost literally got fucking baked.
Yeah, you didn't die. Sometimes you gotta bake the potato, as they say. I don't know who says that, but
So loser gets a free ice bath in the ocean. I'm very happy to cool off.
Yeah.
I think startups is very analogous to this is what we just did. You just eat fucking pain over and over again. You can't blow up. You can't die. You can't be like Jeff Wu there.
What do you think happened? You had me at the start. You were like 15 pull-ups ahead before I even knew what was going on. What's the breakdown?
Yeah, I knew that you would take me on the run. And I've done some of these 50 pull-up, 100 push-up challenges. I know you can gas yourself out hard. So I think part of my strategy was like, okay, start off hot, get Michael to panic, and have him over push and try to get you to crack out so you couldn't even finish, right? Like I was trying to burn you out on the pull and push. I think I just underestimated how fucking hot and claustrophobic that shit was. I think at the end of the push-ups and start of the squats, lights were starting to dim. I was like, fuck.
It's literally airtight because that's how it stays inflated. It's literally airtight.
Yeah, but ultimately no excuses. I'm taking the L on the chin. I think the great thing about this kind of competition is that I don't actually die. I can come back the next day and work harder. That's a part of my personal pride is that I take L's, I learn from it, I come back the next day. I'm never gonna fucking give up. You gotta kill me before I give up. I know I stopped, I had to quit. I mean, bad fucking lesson. Anyways, don't be like me. I'll be a better version of myself tomorrow.
Hell yeah. And we both got a little fitter today too. So even if you don't win the day, you still get some free fitness.
Let's hear how the winner interprets this.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little freaked out because I started doing pull-ups and before I knew it, I was at like 20 and he was at like 40, 45. And I was like, oh man, and I was dropping down to sets of like 5, 3, 2 at one point. And so he was out ahead. So I was like, all right, just get it together, just try not to lose too much distance. I knew once we got to the squats are basically running in place and I run a lot. And so I knew if I could not lose too much time when we got to the squats, I'd be in a good spot. And once we got to the squats, I noticed my boy Jeff starting to slow down a little bit, starting to bake the potato inside of the suit. And I was like, all right, I think we're gonna pass ahead. And then on the squats at some point, my number kept going up. I saw Jeff took a seat down on the last 10 squats, made eye contact, locked in, and was like, I think I got this.
Smoking a joint next to you didn't help.
Yeah, I know. At some point, I was like, dude, I'm getting contact. We're here in Venice Beach.
Find a co-founder, business partner that's as fucking crazy as Michael Brandt. And then, hey, if you fucking slack off a little bit, this motherfucker carries it home for you. Man, so
it's so true.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It's so true. Just the psychology of being a founder is crazy out there. There's so many times I call you because I literally want to get hyped up on something. Because like, no matter how hyped you are, like your people around you, your friends are always gonna hype you. If they're real friends, they're always gonna hype you. And like, sometimes I call you to have you tell me what like I know I need to hear, which is like, don't be a bitch. Push harder, negotiate harder, like one more rep, whatever it is. It's like you could tell yourself that, but like surrounding yourself with people that like in the business world, fitness world, whatever world that you're trying, like surround yourself with people who just like can push it one more.
Yep. And
like, yeah, cool. I'm glad I won today. We've been doing this for however many, like 10,000 days and hopefully tens of thousands more. And it's like every day we're just pushing each other.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Hell yeah.
That's the truth to it. I think founders, CEOs get too much of the credit. It's not just me and Mike, but it's the broader team, all the execs, all the team members.
And do people know that? Like, we've both been CEO of the company. He was the first CEO, kicked it all off, passed the torch to me. I'm the CEO now. Who knows? I'll be CEO. Maybe you'll be CEO again. Maybe someone else. Who knows? Teamwork makes the dream work. And to the other point, we have an amazing team around us. At this point, like, I do a tiny fraction of the work. We both do
the
tiny fraction. We have amazing people around us.
Run this shit.
That's why we're out here on a Friday.
Yeah. Hey. Anyways, I'm gonna take my punishment.
Yeah.
Free ice plunge. So instead of buying a $20,000 ice plunge machine, find yourself an ocean. It's for free. That's how you stay scrappy. All the billionaires I know are cheap and frugal as hell. They flash when they need a flash, but they save money. Ocean is for free. That's the pro billionaire tip for today.
Dude, I'm just wearing underpants under here.
I'm fucking free balling. I'm naked under here.
I guess we learned our lesson. We almost had a heat stroke, so not letting that happen again.
Just can't have a wardrobe malfunction, get arrested for indecent exposure. Got some big equipment under, you know what I mean? I mean, look, you gotta have some big equipment to dress up as a fucking Ketone-IQ bottle running around Venice. So when it feels awkward, send it. I think that's the most important thing in life. When it feels weird, just send it.
Hey, you guys want this? It's high performance energy shot.
Matches your outfit. Is it?
Oh, what?
You gotta shoot it. We'll give it to you if you shoot it on camera.
Am I gonna look like him after I drink it?
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
You'll lose a foot of height and you'll
Might
have a
grow
lot
some
of-
hair too.
Yeah.
Is this what Lance Armstrong was juicing with?
Yeah. I mean, the legal stuff is not illegal. But yeah, Lance is a good friend and a partner.
The flavor?
Tastes crazy.
Tastes good.
Fermented crazy sauce.
It's a strong
Dude, you know,
taste.
the backstory on this, we actually developed this with the Department of Defense. We got a $6 million contract with the Department of Defense in 2019. The special operators were looking for better forms of energy that didn't have caffeine. So this is just pure ketones, no caffeine, no sugar. The energy comes from straight ketones. We've developed it for several years with the DoD, and now it's just out there in the world.
So Officer Tillett is super sharp this afternoon. Officer Littman will know why. So we'll loop around. We'll check in.
Yeah, take it. It tastes crazy, bro. Okay. Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
It's so okay. We developed.
You're gonna feel real smart and real fucking tough after that. We'll take it from to average right
Yeah, I
there.
quite making moves today.
I've always made moves.
Okay.
Barry Sanders in a game with two-hand touch.
Do we have two world grandmasters playing here? Can we fuel your brains with some ketones?
I used to fast to get ketones.
There you go. This guy knows.
So I don't have to starve. And a very painful process. This is like that.
Yeah, so this
is just like that?
yeah,
This
so
is
this
ridiculous.
basically came from military research to accelerate and induce ketosis without having to do fasting.
Okay.
So you get the benefits of 3-5 days of fasting in a shot.
Okay, cool.
Like, did you measure your ketone levels when you were fasting?
I had to be on a stick.
Yeah. So this will get
Awkward.
you. Yeah.
No, we know. We've been there.
Yeah.
We did a 7-day long fast together once.
7 day?
7-day water fast.
My longest is 92 hours, and I was totally suffering. But this is much better than that.
Yeah.
Pay me. Just kidding. This is great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Who's gonna win in this match?
Watch this. Me.
Checkmate.
I think one of the things I was most impressed when we were a year or two out of college, you were a product manager at Google, and you had a side hustle of selling a pizza delivery app, and like you were down to fucking dress up in like a little pizza gear and hand out little pizza business cards to get people to download the pizza app. So I feel like we're bringing that fucking shamelessness back.
For sure. I mean, one thing I realize is no one is going to be more shameless than their founders or their leaders. No one's going to be more blank than their founders, right?
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to be more brave than George Washington crossing the Delaware. Like, whatever you're doing, like, if you're leading a team, like, you got to be the most. You got to be willing. If you're asking people to do it, you got to be willing to do it the most. If you're asking people to sell your product, market your product, like,
Yeah.
yo, you got to be out there.
And I don't even think it's shameless anymore. It's more just like, dude, we're gonna drive top of funnel better than anybody. Hell yeah.
Right now.
Bro, you know about it.
I know everything about it. I don't know if this is true or not, but if you put yourself into ketosis, combine it with THC and a little bit of a dissociative like ketamine, it actually allows the THC to break the blood-brain barrier, making your neuroplasticity strengthen itself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're going to tell us
Not
right now.
recommended for the kids, but there's definitely some interesting anecdotes with that. We've heard.
We found a.
We've heard. Yes.
We've heard. We found a level 99 biohacker.
I broke my brain and I healed it back.
I'm down to send things, but I'm actually a naturally introverted. It takes energy for me to do this, but I will talk to anybody because I'm focused on the goal. I was so shy as a kid. I like hated public speaking. And I honestly like muscled through it. Like with friends like Michael who are fearless, it really pushed me to be fearless. So if I seem like I like doing public speaking, I don't know, I literally changed my brain chemistry to be okay with it. So if you're a very shy introvert, It's possible. Yeah, I guess the last time I did this was South by Southwest, I think 2016, 2017. We basically won South by Southwest. New York Times covered South by Southwest, and we were like the cover story about consumer brands hustling South by Southwest. So it's fun. I think a lot of founders, a lot of entrepreneurs are too scared to actually talk to customers, because ultimately for business, it's creating a product that delights customers, delights people. If you can't talk to them, how can you delight them? So go back to basics. Nothing is too beneath you as a founder. Nothing is too beneath you as a CEO. The more gritty, the more dirty you go on with the streets, that's the type of people I like to partner with. Those are the exact people that become successful, because business is hard, it's a grind, it's dirty, it's gritty. But if you're down to go in the gutter and grind it out, you have a shot to making it. So I like getting back to my roots, being gritty, kind of fun, kind of cringe, but hey, I'm down the grind, and I'm showing you guys, even if you're a multi-millionaire, you're a billionaire, you can still grind. So get after it. Grind, grind, grind.
This suits my style, but
No, once you become the suit, you gotta see.
I want to get Alyssa like properly introduced to my vlog. I mean, you're a badass. I feel like you're a secret weapon on the Ketone-IQ team. You were a corporate lawyer, one of the biggest law firms in the country. You still have the bar, so you can still go sue people, I guess. How's the evolution going on the business side, being much more entrepreneurial? I mean, just tell your background and story, because I think the level in terms of our operations and execution very materially stepped up.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun in terms of the evolution. So I am an attorney, as Jeff said. So I was an M&A lawyer, so I did mergers and acquisitions. And what's really cool about M&A is that you see all parts of the business, because you're there for the time when a company's exiting or someone's purchasing, a company. And so you see everything that leads up to that acquisition. What makes a company to be attractive to an acquirer? What issues can break a deal when you finally get to that point of acquisition, and what issues can really up your value or decrease your value when you get there. So you learn those mistakes to make or not make along the way. And then you can take that expertise with you into building. So I always knew that I wanted to be more on the build side, on the entrepreneurial side. But I wanted that background experience in law. And then eventually when I transferred over, it does become this kind of like secret weapon in the back pocket, where you've seen so many companies, so many different deals, everything that's gone on in them, that you just know the issues to spot.
Yeah, you know how people get tricked. You know how the legal shenanigans work.
Exactly. So now I'm running our commercial retail strategy. So we're primarily at Ketone-IQ right now, direct to consumer, HVMN.com, business, but 80% of commerce is done offline, is done in retail. And so we're making a big push now this year into more retail stores to just be out in the world, IRL, able to be purchased where people are.
Yeah, no, I just heard the update that Wegmans, you're crushing with that relationship you had. Let's keep some of that behind the scenes, but it sounds like the retail pushes are going to be massive. Are there any sneak peeks you can share?
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Wegmans, like we just said, launching there, doing a lot going on there. One we're really excited about is we're launching with GoPuff. This is going to be huge. Yes. We love the GoPuff team. We're actually doing a big activation at Coachella with them. We're going to be in 81H General Store at Coachella with GoPuff. Yeah. So that's a really exciting one.
So tequila and some ketones. We'll see if that's a good combination stack there. You came from a white shoe law firm, and I think a lot of people are focused on the prestige of a typical job versus happiness and fulfillment, and also potential financial upside, right? I think we're doing this because we think we can make a big impact, and within big impact usually is big economic value. Was that a struggle for you, and how do you talk about it? I'm sure I know a lot of corporate lawyers who are like, hey, pushing paperwork for other people's dreams is not exactly fulfilling. How do you reckon with that?
Totally, yeah, but they get the golden handcuffs, so then you feel stuck. It definitely was took a lot of looking inside, looking internally, at myself and what really mattered to me, because it was tough. I'm not gonna lie. When you're in big law, I mean, getting a job at a firm in big law out of law school is like the pinnacle. Like that's the path. That's what everyone wants when they're in law school. And then you have the big fancy office on the 15th floor with the floor to ceiling windows, and it's hard to leave that behind. But ultimately, it's exactly what you said. It's leaving you behind for two reasons. It's like, A, that happiness of just what really excites you in life. And for me, that was building. And so I knew I wanted to be on that build side, take that risk. And then the other thing, like you said, is you're capped at a certain point. You can be very successful as a lawyer, and there's also absolutely nothing wrong if that's what you love.
We love our lawyers. Like, our lawyers got our back.
No,
so.
for sure. The world needs lawyers, definitely.
Brandon at Oric, shouting you out.
For sure. Brandon is a star. Shout out. But, ultimately it's like you're capped at a certain point. And for me, for my personality, it's like I love this idea that now it's the sky's the limit and there's anything I can go into and do and different projects I can pick up and just anywhere it can lead to with Ketone-IQ.
Hell yeah. Appreciate the time.
Thanks,
Good
Jeff.
luck for the rest of Expo West.
Appreciate it.
Awkward hug. Awkward hug. Great.
Learning how to hug the suit, the inflatable suit, it's a little hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. We go like this, maybe.
You guys are ex-service members?
Oh yeah.
Appreciate the service. Which branch did you guys serve with?
We're Army. He's Marine.
So he's eating the crayons.
Yeah. Damn right.
There you go. How long are you riding the bike for?
All day.
All day?
Yeah.
What are you chasing after?
What am I chasing after? Greenbacks, money. Actually, I kind of do feel it working.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that.
We got
I feel it working already. I'm serious.
Appreciate
Wow,
you.
no, I'm serious. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
What's up, boys? How we doing? What's up? What's we hitting right now?
We're at 9:30 right now.
9:30 cruising. What are you guys running away from in life? What are you running towards in life?
Finish line.
Hey!
You're like running with people working out. You're just like talking to them.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're all running the LA Marathon this weekend, so we just fuel them up. Hopefully they'll shave off a few minutes on their marathon time because we gave them some Ketone-IQ.
Like you're in a fucking goofy suit. You're just walking them down. So, hell yeah.
Hey, runners! What are you running away from in life?
We're running away from failure.
Good. What are you running towards?
What are we running towards?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Strava glory.
Strava glory, that's what we do it for. All right, cool, a couple of samples.
All right, thanks, boss.
Have fun, guys.
What are you chasing?
Life. Because the end of the day, nothing don't matter.
Yeah.
Because like we came here with nothing and we're leaving with nothing. So all the commotion is for nothing. People fighting for this and that. We're not leaving here with nothing.
We don't life have anything.
What are you riding away from in life?
In life, bill collectors and lawyers suing me.
Let's move faster then. Oh, hey. How we doing?
Let me get a Ketone-IQ, bro.
Oh yeah, man, you know
this
about
boosts my performance.
It does, you know about it?
I don't know about it. I've never tried one, but I feel like this is the most opportune time to try one. So what do I gotta know?
It's high performance energy. The energy comes from ketones, so there's no caffeine or carbs. You can stack it with those things, but for this, the energy comes from straight ketones. It helps you feel really dialed in at like mile 20.
Gotcha, so I just need to shoot this and go.
Hell yeah. Whew. What are you running towards in life?
Man, I feel like for me, running's all about like an escape, a little bit of free therapy, a little bit of, adventure. And I feel like those things sometimes are hard to find day to day, but for me, just getting out on a little run, all that matters, and I'll feel all those things, so that's really why I run.
All right, we are deflated. A good day out.
Good day out. Great day out.
I think Michael is hustling people down. I got pooped a little bit early. But overall, good to talk to the peoples.
Always good to talk to the peoples. I think it just does double duty because you get the brand out there, get people knowing about it, and again, as a founder, you got to be the best at telling the story and the most fearless and all that. And the second thing is that you just get really good feedback and you refine your pitch and you hear what people have to say about the way it feels, the way it tastes, the way it comes across, what they think about it. So it's a great way of getting feedback real quick.
No, I think like when I see people, we're Stanford grads, I know we're Harvard, MIT, Princeton grads. Dude, we don't do fucking door-to-door sales. And oftentimes I see these blue collar, not necessarily the best educated people is grinding and being more successful than the highfalutin Ivy League kids because they don't do this type of stuff, talk to people. And I think you just really realize, you can hold someone for 3 seconds, but you're not entertaining for 3 seconds. You don't get another 5 seconds. And you earn like literally 5, 10, 15 seconds every time you talk to someone. So I like getting back to the roots, talk to the people, make sure you can cold call, cold pitch. Like it's a good rep in terms of just salesmanship, honestly.
Completely. And I think people like Mark Cuban do it well. I think a lot of the big business people, like they never actually get away from this. Just like always being ready to pitch their business and talk about it.
Yeah, you always got to be ready to sell. One thing that I've just realized, just even today, is that, and I think I've known this, it's so hard to get good street content. Like, how many times have we heard the answer, running away from life, or chasing life, or running away from nothing? And it's like, maybe you have bad questions, but it's just like, hey, the obvious answer you think that is clever is not that clever. That's like the main takeaway on the street interviews.
Yeah. I think that's something I catch myself on in life, is like when you meet someone that has like a really funny, you meet someone like named Wendy, and you're like, the first thing you want to say is like, oh, Wendy's, like the hamburger. It's like, don't say the
obvious thing that you think is a little bit clever. It's like, dude, that Wendy has heard that joke 17,000 times.
Yeah, and she hates you and thinks you're not that clever.
Yeah.
It's like, find like the second thing to say, just skip to that. A lot of people who make content, they think about that, and it's very honest, because you can literally see, you can go in your Instagram analytics and see the drop off.
Yeah, see retention curves.
Your retention curves. The thing is that that's not made up. Like, that's just life also. You go up to a random person, it's like you earn 5 seconds at a time. If the first 5 seconds are good, you get another 5 seconds, another 10 seconds. And like, that's just literally life. And so if you want to get good at the content stuff, get good at just being a good conversationalist. If you want to get good at the good conversationalist, try making more content. Like, it's all connected. People are actually pretty simple.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. I had a good time. I think it's just like, there's the same core salesmanship that is required for everything. When people, I used to think that a salesman was a low-class job. I was like, oh, I'm an engineer. I want to be like a doctor, lawyer, or a prestigious thing. You read like the Traveling Salesman, or like these great American novels with the poor salesman who's working so hard and doesn't really make it. And I've really come full circle that salesmanship is literally the most important skill in life. You're always selling something, whether it's selling yourself, you're selling a product, you're selling a service, but ultimately we're always selling ourselves to your people around you. Are you interesting? Are you a good friend? Salesmanship might be like a very commercial way of saying it, but it's your presentation, it's your confidence. So the meta of the vlog, I'm selling myself to you to keep watching the vlog, but we should always be self-conscious about that. Not in a bad way, but just like realize that we're always presenting, we're always displaying an image out there, and be cognizant of how you want to be received by your fellow human.
Why do you think that some salespeople are like, used car salesman has a bad rap, but then like it's also super prestigious if you're an investment banker and you like sell businesses to other businesses?
Yeah, it's all the same stuff actually. That's a good point. I feel like investment bankers in a lot of ways are just salesmen, but instead of selling cars, they sell businesses. They're essentially like real estate agents for businesses. They make a 1-2% fee off of a transaction. So all these iBankers are actually considered quote unquote low class within the financial world. Not to diss my Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan iBankers, but look, you guys know, buy side, sell side, much more prestigious than being the middleman. For folks in this industry, it's not a secret. I think Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan have a lot of budget to fund a lot of cool events and make themselves seem cool. So in some sense, it's marketing. They've marketed that industry of salesmanship to a very nice way.
And they can do it because they're selling very expensive bricks. Maybe there's something to that where like take the most valuable thing you can and sell it until you get good at that, and then sell the next most valuable thing. So like start flipping cars, then flip real estate, then maybe
that's
one day you're flipping
very
$1 billion
fair. That's
businesses.
actually very, very fair. I know like a lot of these big real estate brokers, agents that selling houses, but like they're selling $100 million houses, and if you have a 2-3% take on that, you make $3 million of a $100 million sale, right? And it's like, hey, that's real money. If you sell more valuable things, you can take more. Your sizable commission scales linearly to that. So I think it ultimately goes down to solve a more important problem, you get paid more. If you solve a little problem, you only get paid a little bit, because ultimately life is pretty fair. If you solve world peace, that's probably worth a lot. If you solve world hunger, that's probably worth a lot. If you tie my shoe, I'll probably pay you $1 for it,
Yeah. And it's a good lesson too inside of there to like, if you want to get started, it's like, I don't know how to sell a $100 million house. Like, should I get started selling shoelaces? Like, what do I do? How do I get started?
I think that's a good question. You should sell the most expensive, most interesting thing that you can sell at your current level, and then keep increasing the complexity and size of the transactions you can take. So oftentimes, I think it's great when you're a high school student, you're selling magazine subscriptions, you're selling knives, you're selling lawn mowing services because you're 16, you're 17, you're 18. You don't have the skills and the services and the complexity to sell a car. If you can sell, a $300 service, that's great. You can sell a $300,000 service, even better. You sell a $300 million thing. Now you're a real baller. So I think it's like that same core salesmanship is still there. And I think the hidden secret is like, how do you scale the complexity and the size and magnitude of the thing that you're selling?
Right.
That's actually quite hard.
You don't want to be selling magazine subscriptions your whole life.
Correct.
But so many of the great entrepreneurs, like my first job that I hired myself for in high school was I was selling glow sticks. I bought glow sticks.
There you go.
Online. I would go to the Taste of Chicago. Shout out anyone from Chicago. You know what I'm talking about. Those people selling glow sticks, that was me. Just sell it. You'd buy it for like 30 cents and sell it for $2.
Yep.
And do I want to be selling glow sticks my whole life? No, like I'm already not selling glow sticks, but like a lot of entrepreneurs had that. They were selling Cutco knives, magazine subscriptions, this, that.
Yeah.
And then, importantly, you got to like flip it up. Like you don't want to be selling glow sticks your whole life either.
That's really funny because I don't think I've really shared this story, but I was not very entrepreneurial as a kid. I was probably going to be like an academic or a professor or something. I was just like really into math, science, computer science. But my dad was an entrepreneur, so I always knew it was possible. So I think a lot of times you don't think it's possible to be an entrepreneur. I think business and entrepreneurship is often the most competitive landscape for competition because you can compete with any business person. And like the degrees of freedom there are very fascinating. Whereas like being in academia in ivory tower is a little bit more limiting. It's never too late to evolve your interest, right? Like I wasn't flipping stuff as a kid. There's so many stories of people like you flipping like candy bars and this and that. And I was just doing math competition prep work and science fair projects. So
but sometimes
many paths can get you the same place.
Sometimes I think about that, like being old and retired and just like studying math papers and just going to that world.
No, I think a lot of times, I think I'm 51% entrepreneur, 49% academic. I feel like I'd be happy introverted by myself just doing research.
Yeah.
But
life has chapters to it too.
Just like a lot of the people said today, chase that greenback. So hey, I'll chase some money too. Why not? Let's get after it.